His whole life was flipped upside down after the monster started calling. Hi, my name is Charlton, and welcome to Mag Reviews. In this review, I will review the book A Monster Calls. A Monster Calls is a fiction novel written by Patrick Ness and inspired by C.O. Bendoud, about a boy named Connor O'Malley who starts to have nightmares at around the same time that his mother gets very ill. Suddenly, a monster appears in his backyard, but not the one from his nightmare, but instead a completely new one. Some of the important characters are Connor, of course, his mother, who isn't given a name, his bully, Harry, his grandmother, who also is not given a name, and the monster. The setting of the book is very abstract because on one page you can be at the hospital and the next at Connor's school. The theme of this book is definitely a little bit darker than what I'm used to because his mother is very sick, and that's the only thing I can say without spoiling anything. Why I think people that age would like this book is because I feel that kids who have been bullied before would relate to Connor. And if they have or had a sick family member, they could also relate to Connor through that. Another thing is that most young adults and older actually fall into one of the two categories, which means so many people can relate with the book. Another reason why I think it would fit in with that age group is because it's 200 pages, which means it's a bit of a short read if you read really fast, but gets intense, so you never want to put the book down. I personally really enjoyed the book. However, I was a little bit confused at the start of the book because some of the separate plots didn't add up for me. However, towards the end of the book, I slowly began to understand each plot better and better until they finally crossed paths in an epic way. However, I can't go into details, otherwise I'd spoil everything, but just take my word for it. It is a really good book. If I were to rate the book, I would have to give it a 4 out of 5 stars, because in the entirety of the book, it's a good read. However, I took a star off because it just feels a little bit rushed at the end, and at the beginning, it's a little bit confusing because of the plots. If I were to reread the book, I would most likely understand it a lot better, and probably change my rating a little bit. But I think I'm going to read a new book instead. Thank you for listening to my review of A Monster Calls.